Hi, it's Gabrielle with Gabrielle Diffusco Yoga, and today I'd like to show you some movements that will help strengthen your hip abductors. You have 4 of these muscles, 3 of them being gluteus muscles and one known as the TFL, located on the sides of the hips. Now, although yoga does strengthen and particularly lengthen these muscles, doing these movements will help further along in strengthening these muscles. They are traditionally done with a resistance band, and if you don't have one, that's okay, but I do recommend getting one. And you can find one at your local fitness store or any reputable online retail shop. So let's get started. And the very first movement that we'll be doing will be a side leg raise. And so you would take your resistance band and place it right above your ankles. And you'll come down onto one side, and you're going to stack up your legs. And you're going to be in this perfect line so that all your major joints line up: the ankle joints, knee joints, hip joint, shoulder joint. And you can support your head with one hand and have the opposite hand right in front of your chest. And you would simply lift the top leg a couple of inches, about 12 inches or so, and then go ahead, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, down. And you can do about 10 or 20 repetitions. It's really up to you and your body. Okay. And then once you're done on this side, you would perform it on the opposite side. For the next movement exercise, will be a familiar shape to those of you that practice yoga, is bridge pose. This is called hip thrust, but you'll be coming into bridge pose. You'll take your resistance band, take it a little higher, just above the knees, the lower part of your thighs. Okay, feet are hip width apart. You can relax your arms down. And on an inhale, you would lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then you exhale, you lower down. You inhale, you lift up. And exhale, down. And again, you can do 10 or 20, depending on your body. Okay. And then once you're complete with that, you'll move on to our third movement exercise. So that would be coming into fetal position onto one side, and you can leave your resistance band right where it is. You can relax your arms and hands in any way that feels comfortable. And all that you're going to do here is lift the top leg from the bottom leg like a clamshell opening. Or think of butterfly pose in yoga in its opened shape. And you'll do this, again, 10, 20 repetitions, depending on your body. And once you're complete, you'll do it on the other side. Now, following doing any strengthening, it's always nice to do a little stretching. So I'm going to show you a pose, a yoga pose, that stretches those 4 muscles that we've been working with, that we've been strengthening with. Okay? So supine pigeon, and there are 3 variations that you can try for yourself depending on your flexibility. So the very first one would be as if you were starting out in bridge pose, both feet flat on the floor, and you take one leg and cross the ankle right on top of the opposite thigh. Okay, as if you were sitting in a chair. And you can add just a bit more stretch here by taking your hand of the same side of the knee and hip that we're opening and just press it out. And if this is pretty easy for you, then the next step would be to lift the bottom foot and take your arm through the hole in between your legs. Interlace your hands on top of the shin or underneath the knee, depending on the length of your arms. And you'll begin to feel, once again, some stretching happening, maybe a bit more than the first variation. And then the third variation of supine pigeon would be to let go of the left leg, lengthen it out on the floor, let one hand grab hold of your foot, and the opposite will hold the knee. And you can draw the leg into the body, even rock it from side to side. And again, you'll feel all your hip abductors stretching. And when you find the pigeon pose that works for your flexibility, you can stay there for as many breaths as you wish, whatever feels good to your body, and then you would do it to the other side. So I hope you found this video helpful to you. Included in your yoga sequence that you do and improve the strength of your hip abductors. Thank you for watching. Namaste.